Yeah, look, it's looking an absolute mess, the fixture list. I mean, there's 3 matches off in the Premier League already. 9 are meant to be going ahead. I have no confidence whatsoever that list will stay intact. I think that there'll be more postponements as the day goes on. I think decisions will be made later today. I think we could see even some of the early kickoffs tomorrow. I think you could see decisions made to postpone those games early in the morning, and that really isn't satisfactory for supporters. And usually at Christmas time, the schedulers try to limit the amount of travelling, mainly for supporters. They don't want fans of, say, Crystal Palace going up to Newcastle on Boxing Day because obviously the transport infrastructure isn't there to accommodate those journeys. So they tend to be quite local, but there are obviously anomalies as well. There is somebody who's going to have to be travelling. So if you look at Everton v Burnley, for example, that's only 45 minutes distance between Liverpool and Burnley. It's still going to be an upheaval for some people because you have to remember as well that the Premier League is an international competition now. People fly over from other parts of the country, other parts of Europe, even further afield. They book hotels. They book hotels at times that are really difficult to get at this time of year. So it wreaks havoc not just for those making local journeys and maybe buying a ticket a day or two before the game, but it also wreaks havoc for just about everybody who's involved in the process, not least the players, because, Everton got that game postponed because they managed to prove that they had just 9 outfield players plus 3 goalkeepers to enable them to fulfil the fixture. Now, that isn't enough. The Premier League's rules say that if you have 13 outfield fit players plus a goalkeeper, you should go ahead and play the game. That seems very low to me. The other problem when you look at Everton's opponents, Burnley, is that they've not played since December the 12th. So you've got a situation now, as things stand, where they're third from bottom in the Premier League. They've played 15 games. They're 1 point ahead of Newcastle below them, who played 18 games. So that's another game postponed tomorrow. Newcastle will play another game before Burnley next play. Burnley are going to have 4 games in hand over Newcastle United. Now, the whole point of reducing the Premier League list of teams 20 years ago was that you wouldn't have these build-up of games. And the other thing we haven't considered is that the temperatures overnight are meant to be going below freezing, according to news reports I've seen this morning. So you could even have postponements based on problems with the pitch, problems with access to the ground. Maybe the pavements leading up to the stadiums could freeze over. It's happened a lot in recent years. So it's not just COVID feeding into this as well. I think it would have been sensible, Ellie and Bradley, to have a 10-day break just to see where we are, at least make sure there's no deviation or no disparity between each team and the games they have to play.